Hi, this is Dr. Cohn with Peak Performance Sports. We're back with another video on the psychology of volleyball. I'm joined with Dr. Megan here. She's our latest addition to Peak Performance Sports and the director of mental training here, working with all our junior and high school athletes. Today we're going to talk about another challenge for perfectionists, and that is when they go from practice to competition, they tend to lose trust in their skills. Dr. Megan, thanks for joining me again.
Thank you for having me.
So, trust in one's skills, the ability to take that practice game and what athletes have learned and apply it to a game situation is vitally, vitally important. Can you talk a little bit about what's it look like when an athlete or a volleyball player is trusting his or her skills versus when they're not trusting their skills? What's the difference from your perspective as a mental coach?
So when a volleyball player is trusting their skills, they're really, playing athletically. They're kind of just playing. They're not thinking about the outcome. They're focused on the process, what helps them with each touch that they have. And then when a volleyball player is not trusting their skills, it's kind of the complete opposite. They're, thinking about the outcome, and as a result, they're over controlling, trying to direct the ball and just not playing freely.
Yeah, absolutely. And I also noticed that perfectionists tend to be stuck in this training mindset, the practice mindset. So even in competition, they're still thinking about practicing their skills, improving their skills, focusing maybe too much on their footwork and their platform. Can you talk a little bit about that, about how athletes that get stuck in that training mindset and how that might hinder them when they're trying to go play?
Yeah, so there are essentially two mindsets, the training mindset, as Dr. Cohn mentioned, and then, the performance mindset, so like game time mindset. When you're in a training mindset, you're thinking about everything that you're doing, you're analyzing, you're trying to make corrections, fix mistakes, but then when you enter a game, you want to just play with the skills you have that day. You don't want to try and fix anything. You want to play and just play athletically.
Yeah, I think the big thing is athletes, they don't really understand that focusing too much on technique and perfect platform and their footwork and how they're going to swing and pass, all of those things really need to be reserved for practice and training. And then when they go play, they have to trust in what they've practiced and trained. Perfectionists don't separate those two mindsets very well. I think 95% of the time they're in that training mindset and just can't let go of the practice because they're so bent on doing it better and doing it perfect, and that they think that's going to lead to them performing well in that situation. And we know it doesn't. We know it slows down the perfectionist, makes them overthink what they're doing, and you just can't react and serve receive if you're thinking about perfect mechanics, right?
Right.
What do we do with that athlete then that is really struggling with trusting it in competition? What are some things that we can help them with that will get them over the hump and help them play more, freely and athletically?
Yeah, so in practice, especially in practices like leading up to a match, they need to work on trusting themselves. So about halfway through the practice, change from the training mindset into, the trusting mindset, the performance mindset, and only play. Don't, try and fix mistakes. Don't overthink. Don't analyze, your technique. Just play for the rest of that practice. Which
could mean you're just scrimmaging. I mean, you're just scrimmaging and you're trying to react and trying to perform intuitively for part of your practice. Just because you're in practice doesn't mean that you're always focused on improving your skills. Sometimes it's just about getting the job done, winning ugly, playing functionally, as we talk about.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks for joining me again, Dr. Megan. If you want more information about volleyball mental coaching, volleyball mental training, we have an expert now on staff that can help you out with that. Dr. Megan was a player herself, a past coach, and now does a lot of the mental coaching with our kids here at Peak Performance Sports. Visit peaksports.com to find out more information. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, this Thursday, August the 26th, Megan and myself have a brand new program for volleyball players called the Mental Edge for Volleyball, 8 mental strategies for peak performance. Here's what you want to do. Jump over to peaksports.com, click on free tips. You'll find volleyball there. You can download our free volleyball report, and we'll let you know when the program's available. Thanks.